Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post, or otherwise you could donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3 at gmail.com on PayPal. This one here is about Hezbollah and Israel trade additional blows following Trump's Lebanon ceasefire declaration. Opposition and coalition politicians call on Netanyahu to disregard Trump's announcement hit Hezbollah harder. Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu and US President Donald J. Trump held a phone call on Monday evening to discuss the escalating situation in Lebanon, with Hezbollah and the IDF increasingly trading blows despite the start of a ceasefire in mid-April. Following that phone call, President Trump claimed to have prevented an Israeli raid of Beirut and claimed that Israel and Hezbollah agreed to stop hostilities. I had a conversation with Bibi Netanyahu today asking him not to go into a major raid in Beirut, Lebanon. Trump wrote to his Truth Social account, "He turned his troops around. Thank you, Bibi." Trump also said he spoke with Hezbollah representatives, claiming they agreed to stop attacking Israel. I'll believe that one when I see it. I also had a conversation with representatives of the leaders of Hezbollah, and they agreed to stop shooting at Israel and its soldiers. Likewise, Israel agreed to stop shooting at them. Let's see how long that lasts. Hopefully it will be for eternity, but I can't see that happening. Trump is likely referring to Lebanese House Speaker Nabih Berri, who previously claimed that Hezbollah is committed to a comprehensive and immediate ceasefire in Lebanon, despite continued rocket and drone attacks by the terror organization. Following Trump's announcement, the Lebanese embassy in Washington said that Hezbollah had agreed to the US proposal for a mutual ceasefire for a mutual cessation of attacks. In continuation of the Lebanese statute endeavours to preserve stability and spur Lebanon further escalation, and follow the call between President Joseph Aoun and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the Lebanese authorities received confirmation of Hezbollah's acceptance of the US proposal. The Lebanese embassy in Washington said in a statement on its official Facebook page. The embassy said the ceasefire could create an opportunity for the ceasefire framework to be expanded to encompass all Lebanese territory. Lebanese lawmaker Hassan Floudallah, a representative of Hezbollah's political arm, told the Hezbollah affiliated Al Manar that the ceasefire covers the entire country of Lebanon. Prime Minister Netanyahu did not immediately react to Trump's announcement, although shortly afterwards his office released a statement saying that Netanyahu told Trump Israel would strike Beirut if Hezbollah continues to attack Israeli targets. I spoke this evening with President Trump and told him that if Hezbollah does not stop firing at our cities and citizens, Israel will strike terrorist targets in Beirut. Netanyahu said, "This position of ours remains unchanged." However, Netanyahu appeared to deny reports from Lebanon that the ceasefire would cover the entire country. Concurrently, the IDF will continue to operate as planned in southern Lebanon, Netanyahu stated. Despite the announcement of a ceasefire, air raid sirens continued to sound in northern Israel as Hezbollah launched additional rocket attacks. Lebanese media also reported Israeli airstrikes in southern Lebanon. The IDF announced that Israeli troops have been targeted by Hezbollah rockets and drone attacks after the declared ceasefire. Shortly before the ceasefire announced, IDF medical officer Captain Dr. Ori Yosef Sylvester, 30, was killed in a Hezbollah drone attack, which also injured 3 other soldiers. Following the announcement of the ceasefire by Trump, Israeli politicians from across the political spectrum criticised Prime Minister Netanyahu for capitulating to Trump while imploring Israel's critic while ignoring Israel's critical security interests. Opposition head Yair Lapid said in a post to social media that Israel had become a full-on protectorate state. Former IDF Chief of Staff Gadi Eisenkot, who is leading the Yashar Straight Party in the upcoming elections, wrote, "There has never been a prime minister in Israel who accepted such a humiliating demand, one that is blatantly unreasonable. Hezbollah is an enemy both in Diania of Beirut and in Babelbek. Wherever Hezbollah is deployed, we must strike at it and not tie the hands of the IDF." National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir wrote to his social media account, "Mr. Prime Minister, you said that a strong Prime Minister tells the President of the United States yes when possible and no when necessary. This is the time to tell our friends President Trump no. Now is the time to do what is required and necessary to strike Hezbollah, to unleash the hands of our fighters and to restore security to the north." And before you think that Israel's being unreasonable here, the Israeli citizens who are living in the north have been out of their homes now for over 3 years because of rockets being fired at them from Hezbollah. Hezbollah was never to move beyond the Litani River, and they entrenched themselves far, far beyond the Litani River. And so Israel was well within her rights to go in and to take out Hezbollah. After all, this would be a gift to Lebanon, Israel doing the job for them. Rowan Osman, who is a Lebanese Christian who lived in Lebanon, and now she resides in Israel and is a friend of Israel, and she is one of the strongest critics of Hezbollah. And their entrenchment within the Lebanese army doesn't help either. And Rowan Osman told a story on the Jerusalem Post conference the other day about a woman who watched her husband be shot point blank in the chest, and his wee girl, who I believe was 6 at the time, was shot in the head and killed by a Hezbollah terrorist who had come over the border in an attempt to take out as many Jews as he possibly could. And he picked an innocent child and a man. And this is the kind of people that Israel is dealing with. And they don't do peace agreements, as we've seen after they made the agreement. Hezbollah broke it, and Israel was well within her rights to attack in self-defense. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.